Hey y'all, it's Diane with Shawcraft One and my old barn door, and I just wanted to pop on and say hi. I'm working on this little journal here that I don't know if y'all saw the short videos that I did on YouTube where I created the cover out of just a food box, and then I did the inside cover, and those were meant to be shorts, but I didn't have them in the right orientation, so you know, if you get out of the habit of doing videos for very long, you forget some of the details. And so that's what I did, but it's okay. So anyways, I wanted to finish putting this together because I'd like to get it in the shop, and I've got some custom orders that I need to work on, and so I want to get this finished so I can move on to those, because God love the ladies who have custom ordered with me have been so precious and so patient to wait. So it's been, So how are y'all doing? I hope you're all doing well. We're doing okay here, just trucking along, going to doctor's appointments. We actually have a doctor's appointment today, and so I'll be taking Mom to that. So I'm up early trying to work on this as much as I can today, and I've been working on these digitals for quite some time. It's a little easier to pop into the craft room and work on digitals than it is to pop in and work on a journal, because when I come in here to work on a journal, I want to sit down. It's hard to tear yourself away, basically. So it's a little easier with digitals because I can come in here and work a little bit and go do what I got to do and come back and work a little bit more and go do what I got to do. So that's just kind of what I've been working on lately, since I've had so many interruptions, and times that I've had to start and stop work. So I've been working on digitals. So anyways, I want to get the pages put together for this today. I'm hoping I can get all the pages put together for it. I'm just going to make it a 2 signature journal. It's got a smaller spine. Let me see. About 1.5 inches spine. So I don't want to make it too thick. And then after we do the pages, I'm going to do the cover. And maybe I'll try and video that as well. So I'm going to set the cover to the side for now. I think I want to show y'all this digital real quick, because I put it in the shop, I think yesterday or maybe the day before, I can't remember, and I haven't even had a chance to do anything with it. So let me show y'all the digital real quick, and then we'll start working. I've got some coffee dyed papers, some sacks, and some vintage pages here that I thought we might could incorporate into the journal. So but let me show you the digital real quick, because it is in the shop now. I did finally get it finished. It took me a couple of weeks. Just, like I say, popping in and popping out. So let me grab it real quick. It's called Vintage Farmhouse is the name of the digital kit. So there are 20 pages, 13 of the collaged pages, and 7 kind of patterned background pages, and then there is a separate kit that is the ephemera. So I'll show you the pages real quick. We're just going to do a quick flip through of the pages. I love the strawberries and the summertime feel of the kit. So I'll just show you the pages, the collage pages real quick. I can't remember if I printed out, I love the little kitty cat. Can't remember if I printed out the background pages or not. I guess we'll see once I get through the collaged pages. I keep laying my hand over the center of that. Sorry, guys. The background, the words in the background here are from a Vintage Farmer's Almanac from like 1925, I think, or something like that. So this is my favorite tractor. Absolutely am in love with this tractor. So You'll see it quite a bit throughout this kit. Okay, I did print the background pages or the pattern pages. So I just kind of gave you some plain pages so you can write on them. You can print them on the backs of your collage pages and give you, you know, like a background. So like I say, I think there are 7 of these. So I got the sunflowers and the chicken coops. Got some ticking in here. Y'all know me and my love for ticking. Got some strawberries. This is just a plain blue ticking, whereas this other ticking, see if I can get to it. This one has, I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it has the chickens and the roosters kind of in the background of it. So that is the backgrounds. And then we have the ephemera kit. Let me make sure I can fit it in the frame. Okay, so we have angle pockets and tags. There's 2 pages of those. And then we have some envelopes. I love this little envelope. There's more envelopes somewhere. Then we have some little booklets. I created these so you can make, you know, like little notebooks or what have you out of it. And then some stamps. There's a coin envelope with the little kitty cat, and then a little strip, a little washi strip. You get some file folders, and so when you fold them up, well, I did some of these. When you fold them up, you know, it's upside down here, but when you fold them up, you have it right side up. So there's the little file folders. These are some larger size journaling cards, and then you have the smaller size journaling cards with some words over here. Have some heart-shaped top pockets. I guess I could turn it this way where you can see it. And then a few fussy cuts over here on the side. I like to do that so that, you know, if you have blank spaces that it's hard to fit something else there, I don't want you to print them out and, you know, have that much blank paper to waste. So try to put you something fun on there that you can use. Same here, the heart-shaped top pockets. And then you have the round-shaped journal card top pockets. And then there are 2 sheets of tags. These are larger size tags. I love the cow with the sunflowers. Kind of gives it a summery feel. And then here's the other envelopes I was telling you about. So you have one with the tractor and one with the vintage truck. So that is the digital kit that I finally got finished. And it's called Vintage Farmhouse. If you're interested, you can find it in the shop. And I will try to put a link in the description box below as well so that you can find that digital kit in the shop a little easier. Okay, so let's get started with our pages. I know I want to do some sacks in the journal, but I kind of wanted to. I've already torn these pages to a size, to the size to fit in the little journal here. And I don't mind having pages sticking out of the journal. I actually like having pages that kind of spill out or billow out of the journal, and so that's just kind of my style. I love this. This is this little booklet here, and that I also printed the little booklets in the kit, is actually from my husband's great grandfather, I think. He worked for the railroad, and this was actually his railroad manual, and it was a little small book. And so this was in the front, on the very front page, and I thought this was super cool to just add that into the digital. And then I put a little label here for you to be able to put your name in or whatever you want to do. But anyway, so there's that. I'm gonna go ahead, if I can get these apart. I've gone ahead and printed on the backs of these. So I'm just going to get these folded up real quick and we'll come back and pick pages. Okay, so I've got those folded into signatures. And the reason I wanted to fold them is so that I can decide if these bags are going to fit. So I think what I'm going to do, because this is how I like to do when I'm putting a journal together, I'll get a page that is the size to fit in the journal, and then I'll kind of use that as a template, so to speak, to be able to, okay, I think I'll be able to fold that in half and it'll fit good in the journal, but I use it as a template to measure my other pages. Excuse me. Goodness. Got a little frog in my throat this morning. I might need to get a drink of coffee. Okay. I've been watching some videos, trying to get my mojo back. I know y'all, I've told y'all I've been struggling with that. And I've really had a hard time even watching videos up until this morning. And I was like, I watched a video and I was like, okay, maybe we're good now. So we shall see, hopefully. Let's see if this is going to fit in here. You know what? Maybe I want to fold this up and make a pocket out of it. And this is just how I make my pages. I hope this video's not, you know, super boring for y'all, but I just kind of wanted to come on here and chit chat with y'all. And I was working on this and I thought, well, I'll just turn the video on and talk to my friends. So I hope y'all are doing well. I'm gonna make a little tiny pocket out of this, but I don't like having all my pages the same size. So I like having some that are shorter, some that are longer, and, you know, different sizes. To me, it just adds to the character of the journal. And then this is like a little memo. I might fold this up and tuck it in a pocket, because I think my friend Sarah Simi sent this to me a long time ago. And, you know, you get things that people gift to you and you forget to use them. So I think I'm going to use some coffee dyed pages here. I'm going to scoot some of these out of the way because it's just too much in the way here. So if I can put this here, and I want to have it a little bit shorter than the actual page itself. So a lot of times what I do to get a good straight fold is I'll put my ruler there, and then I can just kind of rub my hand right along here. Not that I'm not trying to teach y'all anything. I'm just chit-chatting and playing in my journals. So I'm sure y'all know how to do that. But anyway, so I'm just going to tear this edge off. And then, you know what? We can fold this and use it as a page too, because I don't like all the pages the same size in height as well. So, but I do need to tear this one. Do I want to tear this down, or do I want to make a pocket out of it? Maybe I'll make a pocket out of this one. I don't want too many pockets because I don't want the journal to be too awful full, but full enough. Okay, so I got some coffee dyed. Let's look and see what other kind of pages we have in here. I have this kind of coffee dyed. I love the darker, grungy looking coffee dyed. This is notebook paper that I actually coffee dyed, so maybe we'll use a sheet of that. This is just from a very vintage book, and I love the way the paper feels, so we'll add that. And we'll add this, definitely this. I love this. Y'all know I love my workbook pages, and these had chickens on them, so, or roosters and chickens, so how can you go wrong with that? We'll put some ledger paper. I've got some vintage from a typewriter book. We'll put that in there. Vintage music paper. We'll put that. Vintage shorthand. This is from some kind of a manual on how to do these electronic things, but I love the patina of this paper, so we'll put that in there. This is a vintage children's book page, and I love that it has where some little kid wrote on it. And I know a lot of people don't like the pages like this, but I do, because to me it adds to the character. It gives it a history, you know, because you want to know What was that kid thinking when he wrote in that book? Because you know he knew he wasn't supposed to. This is from one of the vintage cookbooks. I can't remember if it's Better Homes and Gardens or what, but I absolutely love the patina on there. And then I found these books at, I think, a thrift store. And I just thought they were so cool. They have typed names in them. And I thought it would be fun to add a page or two of that in there. And then they have just typed, I don't know if this is code, the National Word List. I don't know, this is from the National Book Club, copyright 1953, so not real sure, but we'll put a page or two. And this is, there was actually a whole little stack of these different types of little booklets like this that had the vintage typewriter typing in it. So I grabbed them. So we'll use a page of that. And some of my favorite vintage, or this is not vintage, it's wrapping paper, but it's, I got this from the Tractor Supply, I don't know, a couple years ago. So we'll use some of that. This is from a vintage scrapbook, like one of those really big scrapbooks that has just this type of paper in it. So I thought we could use a piece of that. I've got some vintage ledger, some rice paper. I finally broke down and ordered some straw paper and some vintage pages from Rachel at Roxy Creations. I have had it in my cart forever. And I finally decided, you know what, I'm treating myself, and I got some. This is from a vintage children's dictionary type book, and it's got the definition for rooster, and then it's got the horse and the cow, so I thought this would be cute in there. And this is from a vintage magazine. This is from a Good Old Days magazine that has vintage ads. I love the vintage ads in here. And then this is from a vintage children's book. I just thought it was fun with the truck. And so I'm going to go ahead and get the pages folded and get the signatures put together. And then I'll come back and we'll chat a little bit more. Okay, I've got all the pages folded and the signatures put together, and they fit perfectly in the little journal. And again, like I say, I may take this part off, but you know, sometimes I don't like everything to be completely inside the journal. I like it to billow out. So anyways, that is the pages of our little journal. I'm super excited about it. And I'm going to get it put together and get the cover done and get it decorated inside, and it'll be in the shop. But, you know, this was not... I guess this is just a craft with me video of me coming on here and chit-chatting with my buddies. I hadn't got to say hi to y'all in a minute, so I had a little bit of time this morning where I could make a video, and I was excited about it. So this is the rice paper, and I took it over to the embossing machine and embossed it, so it's real pretty. But I like the combination of papers that I have in here. So, and I was going to show y'all too, this was that the vintage music page, and it was kind of tattered in the spine, you know, and kind of coming apart in places. So I just added a little paper there to strengthen that spine, and I'm loving, y'all know my love for that ticking, so I love how that looks. So anyways, that's our journal pages. It's coming together nicely, I think. And we'll get the cover decorated. And I think I'm going to do the twine binding on the binding for this. So that'll be fun too. And that way, you know, you can take it apart and add pages or take away pages or whatever. But I like the twine binding because it gives it a little bit more versatility. So anyways, that is the journal. I hope y'all are having a beautiful, wonderful day. I'm going to get ready and take Mom to her doctor's appointment. Well, I'm going to feed her some lunch first. And then I'm going to take her to her doctor's appointment. I hope that y'all have some fun stuff on your desk. I thought this would be fun for summertime. And if you have any comments or questions, I'd love to hear from y'all. Leave me a comment and just say, hey, I miss y'all. I miss getting to do videos every day. Hopefully soon that will change and I'll be able to do them again every day. So anyways, I love y'all real big, And I hope y'all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week. Big hugs. Don't forget to like and subscribe.